Distant healing is an effective alternative therapy. To understand why distance energy healing is an effective and complementary therapy, it is helpful to have background information about human evolution and the physics of the world we live in. This article is long, so if you are not interested in the physics of healing, you can skip ahead to another section of interest. Universal life cycle. In late 2011, a trio of scientists discovered that since the Big Bang happened, the universe is expanding at an increasing pace, not decreasing like previously thought. As long as the expansion is increasing in speed, all life encompassed by the universe is subject to a growing force. When expansion stops, the big life cycle of this universe will be mature, reproduction of the universe will occur, and after this, the universe will start to break down and collapse back upon itself in the dying process. This life cycle of birth, growing, maturity, reproduction, decline and death is seen in every life form on Earth. Increasing pace means all objects are vibrating faster and are subject to increased vibration each year. This is seen in our sun, which grows hotter and puts out more energy each year. We all know that without the sun nothing would grow, which includes us as we are growing too. When we look at Earth's fossil record, we see that life has been subject to this growing force for millions of years, and there have been many growth cycles and metamorphosis of new species over time. The growing force. The growing force is something scientists cannot yet categorize, but it is likely equivalent to the large invisible portion of the universe known as dark energy, which makes up 70% of the universe. Only 5% of the universe is visible with objects such as the Earth, stars down to atomic level, and the other 25% of the universe is composed of dark matter. I feel dark energy contains the growing force like invisible light and is the source of the conscious intelligence that is present in all living forms. It cannot be seen because it has no form, as it is pure energy. I liken it to the energy of our Creator. An interesting fact of physics is objects gain mass by moving through space. This means the growing force is causing all objects to gain mass, which includes us. From Einstein's famous equation of E=mc, energy is equal to mass times the speed of light squared. As objects gain mass, their energy increases and they vibrate faster. If you already understand you are eternal and cannot be destroyed, this means your vibration and mass are increasing with each successive lifetime you have experienced, because we move through space while living in a physical body. Our physical reality. Physical life is not what it appears on the surface. The reality is all objects we can see and feel are mostly composed of space. From Nova's Fabric of the Cosmos series, Green stated, matter is mostly empty space. If you take out the space and the mass of the Empire State Building, it would condense to the size of a super heavy grain of rice. The universe is 95% invisible space, and the same is true of us. That invisible space contains our soul and dark energy, which is intelligent and indestructible. This space gives us insight, creativity, physical form, and allows healing to occur in our bodies. Our solid aspect is our visible physical manifestation, but is only temporary, and death will eventually transform it. Our energetic aspect is eternal and cannot be destroyed. All materials and forces of the universe are within our bodies. We are part of the universe and thus subject to the same laws of physics that affect objects. Spirituality is the intelligent consciousness that is present in all life and is the center of all the forces of physics. It is the unifying force between the quantum world and world of relativity, that physicists cannot find, and we are one with it. This force cannot be detected by observing physical forms. It can only be located by dropping our identification with physical reality and being still. When we are totally still, we are one with this force and we can know it. The universal sea that connects us as one. Dark energy is like a continuous invisible fluid that fills all the space and interstices between all particles. Because it has no solid particles and is pure energy, no object can shield from being saturated by it. It is everywhere, always present and intelligent. This energy is capable of receiving, propagating and communicating all impressions of movement. It is comparable to the vehicle of transport of information between objects in the universe. Because dark energy permeates everything, effectively there is no distance between any physical object in space, and communication and transport of information happens instantly. We actually exist in a fluid world, like fishes in the sea, where any movement of a fish affects all other fish in the sea. Because of this universal fluid, we are able to approach each other, withdraw, communicate, and be connected to each other. This fluid connects us together as one entity and is the mechanism for our reciprocal relations. It is consciousness itself. What is time? Human time is a convenience to reference happenings of the past, present and future. It exists as a memory and reference point about something that physically happened in the universe. The passage of time is a sign of universe expansion due to the growing force. If we were past the point of universe expansion, we would no longer be growing and matter would be dissolving. Then we would see the effect of reverse time or going backwards in time. When you merge fully with dark energy by being entirely still, then time stands still and effectively ceases to exist. The standstill of time is the same phenomena known to happen if you could travel at the speed of light. This happens because dark energy is the growing force, and when you stop moving you are one with it and thus no movement is detected. An interesting spiritual fact about time is all times exist at the same time. Any specific time can be referenced and accessed by knowing unique qualities about the time in question, whether it be past, present or future. This is because each happening has a unique quality of vibration and characteristics, which distinguish it from all other times. Okay, this explanation needs another spiritual fact, and that is nothing is ever destroyed, it only changes its shape. This fact makes distance healing possible for past, present and future events. Human evolution today. People today face a challenging evolutionary transformation because of increased vibration due to acceleration of the growing force and the effect it is having on our bodies. It seems our old human species is no longer suited to the new environment, and a transformation is being forced on us to metamorphosis into a new species. It is natural when near the end of a growth cycle that extra stress is put on organisms to transform. Signs of this today are increased disease, elevated stress and violence, change in ecosystems, and on the positive side spiritual awakenings in growing numbers of people. Human evolution has been going on for thousands of years, and it is important to know that each generation of humanity has a higher level of self-realization. Today you can see this by more people experiencing spiritual awakening. As humans move through space-time by living successive lifetimes, our mass and vibration increases. Higher level of vibration is equivalent to higher level of self-realization. This change in our energetic vibration and awareness level through successive lifetimes is primarily stored in the DNA, which contains instructions for our physical growing. When our vibration reaches a certain threshold, it will trigger strands in our DNA to activate and human metamorphosis will follow. The accelerated evolutionary force we face today has the reason to raise our self-realization level. No matter where we are in our evolution, the current challenge we face gives everyone an opportunity to advance their self-realization level. The illnesses and difficulties can motivate us to find solutions and ways to heal. Human evolution equals rising self-realization, which in turn is the same as the healing and transformation process. Transformation is the same as the growing process and always results in increased self-awareness. What causes disease? As the growing force increases, it puts stress on our existing physical structure. It is like our physical body reaches a point where it can no longer thrive in the increased vibratory field and starts to break down. This is a natural process of evolution. With every living thing, there is a pattern or birth, growing, maturation, reproduction, then decline and eventually death. After growing and reproduction, the physical form tends to be fixed in shape. While the growing force is still present and strong, it does not prevent decline because we become attached to our physical form. We block this force from healing and transforming us due to our attachment to our known and familiar self. The primary way we attach to our old self is by constant use of our mind, voice, or thinking. When we do not let go of identification to our old self, this causes stress, fear, violence, and disease because we are resisting transformative energy. After our growing energy has been depleted to create our form, the only thing left is to transform our shape or face decline. The higher the vibration of the universe and the more rigid our outer self, the sicker we become. The truth is, dark energy is abundant, instantly accessed and strong enough to heal us. To start the healing process we need information about healing, and then we need to practice and experience energy healing and believe it is possible. Once we believe it is possible and sample this abundant healing source, healing will happen. Then we will be convinced it is possible and will get the unexpected side effect of higher self-realization, which will give us motivation to continue with it. Aspects of self and our healing potential. A living system is like being composed of two objects. There is the manifest part of our physical body and the part not manifest as our spirit or life force. Each is vibrating at a different rate. It is as if we have a strong perfect vibration deep inside us, but the physicality and structure of our body and personality that covers this prevents the inside vibration from manifesting externally as a whole and perfectly in the flesh. The lower our physical level of vibration is, the more restricted the flow of energy is throughout our body and the sicker and less aware we are. The physical aspect of self is not our permanent or real aspect, rather it is our reflected visible aspect. It represents what we are currently capable to manifest given our self-knowledge and experience. Our potential is contained in our non-reflected invisible aspect, which is our soul, spirit or source energy. This vibration resonates as one with the vibration of dark energy. We can access this energy and be one with it by placing our attention away from our physical aspect. Our energy self is eternal, and because we are intimately one with the dark energy field, we have on tap a vast resource of energy and information for healing and self-realization. What is an energetic block? An energy block is an area in the body where energy has difficulty to move through, which prevents healing of causes disease or injury to the area. Blockages have a direct link with a program of conditioned response in the mind for the use of this body section. From birth onwards, we accumulate thousands of energy blocks from experiences in the tissues of the body and mind. We create them by our initial response to events and subsequent tendency to respond to similar events in conditioned or programmed ways. We maintain energy blocks in various ways. We can unconsciously protect an area of the body that was hurt in the past to prevent experiencing pain in that area again. We make repetitive movements of facial and body expressions, which cause excessive strength in lines relating to those movements and weakness in areas of body not used. In our hectic lives we accumulate stress and muscle tension, and do not know how to release it daily. There is also inherited genetic disease, which is due to issues of self-evolution. The reasons for energy block creation are varied, but there is one common factor of why they are persistent, and this is due to our habitual use of our mind in a programmed way. When our energy gets too low due to too many energy blocks, we will notice symptoms of disease being produced by our body, as it tries to correct the problem. When we have an illness or disease, this means our energy is not flowing through our body in an ideal way. If the energy were flowing ideally, we would have perfect health, as the body always tries to maintain a homeostasis. An energy block will continue to exist until the habitual response is removed due to reprogramming of the mind. Healing happens when vibration increases. Common to all therapies and treatments is healing happens when we have a surplus of energy, which is the same as an increase in vibration over our normal vibration level. This happens naturally in sleep each night. When we lie down and eventually sleep takes over, our mind rests and our vibration increases. While our mind is quiet, healing takes place in the body and the mind reorganizes, which is the reason for dreams in the night. Many therapeutic treatments also increase our energy for healing to occur. Massage releases tension from muscles. Improved diet makes digestion more efficient and uses less energy to move our toxic substances. Taking supplements supplies material necessary for body repair. Exercise increases elasticity of muscle fibers, which increases efficiency of nervous energy moving through the body. When we increase our energetic vibration by any method, it shakes us out of conditioned pattern of use of our energy, which is primarily trapped by conditioned use of the body by the mind. When vibration increases, our mind goes quiet in moments and healing in mind happens, where the root of the problem lies. The mind healing essentially removes an energy block by reorganizing the mind. After the mind reorganizes, then physical healing takes place in the body with the growth of new cells with the new energetic organization. While any therapy can have this effect, the most effective healing happens when the mind goes still for long periods. Quiet mind happens naturally in sleep at night, but when a person has low energy, there is not enough time in quiet mind at night to get profound healing. Mostly there is only enough time to clean up the current day's damage and degeneration continues. Meditation practice is the best way to attain sustained quiet mind. Once we know this to be true, there only remains the task to practice mediation and learn how to quiet the mind at will. When we detach from our mind, by not using our mind voice to animate our personality, then our energetic vibration dramatically rises. Using our energy to animate the personality takes a huge amount of source energy. When we stop that activity, our energetic vibration immediately jumps and healing accelerates as well our self-realization level. Transformation and healing. Dark energy is equivalent to invisible light. Because we have light inside us, when we get still, here is no sense of time because we have matched the speed of light, because we are now being as one with light. A fact of physics states that at the speed of light, transformation from matter to energy physically happens. When we are as one with the source of light by being still, then transformation from matter to energy physically happens and our vibration increases and we become more aware. In the space of being still, transformation, healing and metamorphosis happens. Being still is the meditative state, and when we achieve it, we change. Distance healing is a very effective therapy because through the principle of entraining to the vibration of the master healer, it puts the person being healed into this still state that causes transformation and healing. We all have the potential to be healers. Dark energy is all around and inside everyone. Everyone has access to it and has the potential to be a healer. I would go so far as to say every human will eventually become a healer, because self-healing is a necessary step to reach further steps in evolution. Everything is energy, humans are energy beings and all problems can be corrected energetically. The roots of human problems are attachment to material forms, or the visible world, which has the inherent problem to hide or veil our energetic reality. Our main physical attachment is to our ability to self-reflect by using our mind and then reacting emotionally from what we are thinking. This creates an illusion of an activated physical entity, or personality. It is this illusion we generate with use of our mind and emotions that we are primarily attached. The longer we stay attached to generation and interaction with this illusion, the sicker we become. Ultimately, only an individual has the power to stop the habit of using their mind voice to activate the personality, by using their willpower, focus and skills of concentration to withdraw energy away from using the mind in this way. The more an individual practices doing this, the more mental clarity, emotional calmness, increased vitality and awareness they will develop. Eventually self-realization will be strong enough that we will willingly accept the challenge to fully heal ourselves and will gladly do our daily mediation. Healing happens in a natural order. Energy healing is an effective therapy for any physical, mental, emotional or spiritual condition. It can easily be combined with conventional therapies with no negative side effects and addresses healing of the root cause of the issue. Healing is actually done by our own internal healer, which has a wisdom we cannot fathom. Healing occurs in a natural order, where our healer determines how to use an energy boost to heal what is most important for our survival. We do not need to direct energy in any particular way. We can trust that our internal healer knows perfectly what to heal and in what order. Having observed many healing processes, it is natural that your body will work first to clean out toxins and congestions in the lymph and organs and then to activate energy centers on the spine known as chakras, as this is the quickest way to ramp up your own energetic vibration to accelerate healing. Cleansing nearly always happens first and is a good thing, because in later healings it is necessary to have an open functioning and strong elimination system to remove larger amounts of toxins and heal deeper issues. Establish the habit of daily healing. In our stressful times and increasingly toxic world, it is important that people incorporate healing into their daily lives, just like brushing our teeth to prevent cavities. Daily healing activities will help maintain mental clarity, emotional stability, vibrant health and awareness. The basics of healing is healing happens when the mind is quiet, so finding a way to settle the mind each day is the most important thing we can practice. The proven and age-old practice of sitting meditation is very effective. With this practice, you learn how to turn off the mind voice and deactivate animation of the personality. In the space you achieve quiet mind by doing this, your vibration increases and energy blocks heal. Each second of quiet mind is precious as energy moves fast, so there is great healing potential in even a second. As you practice, your ability to sustain quiet mind and your awareness level will increase. Therefore, each day you start out stronger than the day before. Another effective tool is learning energy self-healing. If you continue like this, you will fully heal yourself of all problems and then you will be able to help others heal. Energy healing happens via entrainment. Energy healing happens due to the principle of entrainment. From physics, we know that everything vibrates. From Newton's laws of motion we know when two objects meet each other, the vibrations of the two objects will synchronize with each other. The object with higher vibration will slow down and the object with slower vibration will speed up, until the two synchronize with each other and meet to establish a line of communication. This synchronization process is known as entrainment and only takes a few minutes. After this, the vibration in both objects will accelerate from their synchronized meeting point, as long as the objects stay in contact with each other. It is like two energies merging into one stronger force, and each person feels vibration increase. As vibration increases, it excites nerve cells and increases energetic flow through all tissues of the body and especially muscle nerve cells. Muscles are elastic tissues, which have the ability to do work in the body by opening areas with blocked or stagnant energy flows. Vibration in the body can be physically felt, and electromyography, EMG, is a technique for evaluating and recording the electrical activity produced by muscles. Increasing vibration means healing is happening in both objects, as excitation is opening areas of stagnant energy flow to raise the vibration to a higher level. As vibration increases, it shakes people out of their conditioned habit of using their energy to animate their personality, their mind quiets and they receive a healing in the mind. A skilled healer has the ability to put a person into a deep state of quiet mind for a longer period, thereby providing the opportunity for a clear shot to cure the root cause of any condition, which exists primarily in the mind. Now, I will tell you a secret. The physical object with the strongest energetic vibration you can entrain to, on Earth, is another human being. A person who has healed themselves can greatly increase another person's energetic vibration, because their own vibration is higher than most. Getting healings from such a person can give you a large boost to help you heal the cause of your problem and to elevate your self-realization level. How does energy healing work? Energy healing heals at the energetic level, which is what makes it a very valuable healing method, because energetic flow or imbalance is the cause of physical problem. It works by removing energy blocks and reorganizing the mind and nervous system. It is like opening up an energy channel that previously had low energy flow. As energy channels are opened, it increases the overall energy level of the person being healed and allows internal energy to get to the area to heal the physical problem. The actual healing is done by the person's own body, it is not done by the healer. The healer is only the catalyst to elevate the person's vibration through entrainment, to create the ideal condition for the reorganization to happen. The physical change is later manifested as healed tissue in the mind and body, and becomes apparent when the cells replenish with new growth. Because an energy healing changes the underlying energy flow, it can produce healing effects for many months afterwards. How is distant healing done? Distance energy healing works just like an in-person healing with a few minor differences. To accomplish entrainment with an in-person healing, a person simply puts their hands above or on the body. With distant healing, contact is established with a clear reference to the person, place or thing, which includes a date and time. The clear reference is a unique identifying source vibration, such as a photo, name, geographical location, birth date or an object the person once held. A distance healing can happen in any time simply with the healer's intention, because all times exist at the same time, sort of like there exist many parallel universes. Each individual has a unique vibration depending on the time frame, as every living being is changing each second we are alive. The individual characteristics plus the time frame and location creates a unique identifying signature vibration, which a distant healer can tune into and connect with. Given the flexibility of the time parameter, distance energy healings can be given for past, present or future times. The healer first activates their vibration to raise it to a high level. Next, the distance healer states their intention for the healing, which is normally a request from the person being healed. This sets an intention for the exchange of energy for the healing session. Then the distance healer requests a connection with the person, place or animal using the unique identifiers and requested time. In reality, there is actually no distance between us and another person. We are directly connected through the pool of dark energy. It is only visually that the world seems solid and we get the sense of being separated objects in time and space. With practice, energetic connection is easily made between distant objects through the field of dark energy. Next, the healer trusts their intention is set and then tunes into feeling the energy moving in their body and enters into a meditative state. The synchronization process of entrainment can be felt as a pulling and pushing force as the connection between the people establishes. It is like the synchronization of a large wave. This is like establishing a physical link or cord between the healer and the other being and only takes a minute or so. After the link is established, there are several different ways to give distance healings. What I do is visualize myself as the person I am connected with and give an energy healing to my own body using Reiki and acupressure techniques using my intuition as needed. As the distance healing goes on, vibration in both healer and person being healed increases and progresses through a natural cycle. The strongest vibration is generated around the 45-minute mark, and energy typically is working strongly at this time in the mind with the most profound healing. Some people are very sensitive to an energetic healing and feel much, and others are not and feel little to nothing. You do not have to be able to feel working energy in a session for it to be effective. It is working whether you feel it or not. Ability to sense energy vibration increases with a higher awareness level. After a healing, people often feel highly energized and refreshed. It is normal not to be able to sleep the first night after a healing, as the nervous system is highly energized. Even with a restless sleep, people awaken in the morning feeling very rested. After the session is complete, the healer requests that the connection that was established be disconnected to end the healing. Advantages of distant energy healing. When in contact with a person locally, there is more resistance to being healed. Being physically touched creates reactions and resistance itself. It is hard for people to fully relax and be meditative while being physically touched and in the presence of another person. Distance healing can be much stronger than in-person energy healing, because a person can relax more. When there is contact at a distance, there is much less personal resistance, thus the body vibration can rise much higher as the person is not diverting any energy to protect themselves, and healing is more effective. A second reason why distance healing can be stronger than in-person healing is the healer can maintain a deeper state of concentration and state of quiet mind, because there are fewer distractions, resulting in a higher level of vibration, which has more healing potential. Distance healing can be very effective for healing all kinds of problems such as headaches, colds, helping people recover from operations or traumatic events, preventing illness, boost energy when facing stressful events, healing past events, healing pets, and healing any kind of mental, emotional or physical problem. It is also very effective to increase self-awareness levels, so distance healing is a type of shaktipat and useful for any spiritual seeker who wants to increase their awareness level. Everyday distance healing is becoming more widely accepted into mainstream viewpoints about its effectiveness as more people experience its benefits. Energy healing is a skill I encourage everyone to sample, learn, explore, and bring into their daily life for maintaining vibrant health and acute awareness.